tripping. So what I did was I went on ahead and just opened the door. Mind you, he did the same thing this time. Beat on the door hard as fuck. And then he walked right back down the stairs and sat there like looking at the door trying to see, who the fuck come out. So I'm like, damn, nigga. I was thinking that shit. I was thinking it was about to go down. I ain't gonna need a lot of y'all. So I'm like, fuck. I open the door up. I tell my brothers to go upstairs because they at the door too. They like, who the fuck is beating on the door that hard? So I'm like, I motioned to him. I told him to go. Like, I ain't even tell him out loud. I just said, yo, go back upstairs, G. So I opened the fucking door, right? And bro, he just looked at me. He looked at me hard as fuck for like 10 seconds without saying nothing, y'all. He just looking at me like, and I'm like, what's up? What you need? What's up? And he just looking at me. And then he stumbles after like 10 seconds of just looking at me with his mouth open like, he's like, are you the homeowner of the house? And I'm like, nah. And he like, okay, I'll come back later. Something in my head telling me, damn, these motherfuckers is coming door to door. These doggone, y'all know, niggas that's supposed to be forcing the shots, y'all know. These motherfuckers coming. I'm like, damn, the time is here already. I thought I had more time than that. So I'm like, damn. I hurried up and I hopped in my car, right? I knew somebody was in the neighborhood somewhere with a car. So I'm like, fuck in. I think. No, that ain't him. But, so what happened is, I hop in the car, right? And I look and he's at the house next door. And he's talking to the fucking lady over there and he's, like, taking notes and shit on the tablet and whatnot. So I'm like, damn. I'm watching as long as I can without looking suspicious. So I'm kind of like, just eyeing them. Eventually I pull off because I start feeling like they knew that I was trying to see what was going on. So I'm like, what's up? And he like, nah, I just come back later. So I'm like, all right. I close the door. I wait for like 5 or 10 minutes and then I come outside right down the street at the very beginning of my entrance to my street. His motherfucking car is sitting right there on the side of the road, parked in the area to where there's no houses right there, right in between. Try to kind of peep in the mirror to make sure nobody was in there before I really do my investigation. So nobody was in the car, so I'm like, I bet that's his car right there. So I hurried up and I spin farther up the block and I whip around. Look, military fucking plates, y'all, from Nevada.
Against equal rights, we have a message for you. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked? Funny, just this once, you're correct. We'll convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. Just like you worried, they'll change their group of friends. You won't approve of where they go at night to protests. Oh, and you'll be disgusted when they start finding things online that you kept far from their sight, like information. Guess what? You'll still be alright. We'll convert your children, yes we will, reaching one and all. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children. We're coming for them. We're coming for your children. We're coming for them. Your children will care about fairness and justice for others. Your children
after about 100 people who got the shot developed a rare but serious autoimmune disorder that attacks the nerves called Guillain-Barré. The CDC says the cases have mostly been seen in men 50 and over about 2 weeks after receiving the shot. So far, there have been nearly 13 million J&J doses administered nationwide. Given that, health officials say the benefits of the vaccine far outweigh the small risk.
We've seen this with one of the influenza vaccines a couple of decades ago. The good news is it looks like it's extremely rare.